I done got my weight up, now it's time to weigh in. I'm the #1 contender, no matter who I'm facing. You know they wouldn't wait up, so I done found my way in. Tried to cross me out, but lost the bout cause I was praying. I done got my weight up, now it's time to weigh in. I'm the #1 contender, no matter who. What's going on? It's your boy Big Dapper Dan Last.blo, kicking in your front and your back door, side door if you got one, side hole if you got one. And today we got none other than great businessman and entrepreneur Keyshun Holmes, Rich Royal, USA.
What's good?
What's going on with it, man? Hey, man, it is a pleasure to have you, brother. It's definitely a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you because I'm gonna tell you something, man. We done came a long way.
Definitely.
We done came a long way.
Definitely.
And I don't think people understand what's really going on. So today, we got the time to talk about it here on the WeighIn, the only way into real success in entrepreneurship. Let's do it. So today, also just to let people know what we own, the WeighIn is built on 4 principles. And those 4 principles are, we want to give knowledge, give resources, we want to push the culture forward, and we want to make people laugh at the same time.
Right.
And so if we can do that, I feel like everything will be cool. I want the WeighIn to be like a platform where we can all dig from. You know, like if you got something and I got something, it may not be something for you at this time, but just wait a while and, you know, whatever you need, come grab from the community.
Right.
So basically, we got you here. So can you basically tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, yeah, as you know, I started the brand in 2018, June of 2018.
June 2018.
Yep. Pretty much after that, at that point, I just kind of hit the end of a road that I thought at the time in September.
And when was this? Wait,
September 2018.
So when did we meet?
Okay. Let's scratch that.
No, we good. But when? Okay, so when did we meet?
We met in 2017.
2017. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay. So this was after.
Yeah, 2017. Okay. So yeah, 2017. Me and you met.
All right.
I was at that point I was out of high school, almost going on a year, and because I graduated in 2016. So at that point,
2016 from Coffee.
Yeah, 2016 from
Coffee
High School.
Okay,
Yeah, shout out to the whole team.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah. And at that point, I was trying to figure life out. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, I don't know where I'm going with my life.
Right.
So I was just hanging around. You know, with the fellas, and I'm like, you know me, we just connected a little along the way. And
man.
At that time, I was still trying to get it together. Like, I had no real logic that I was gonna start the brand at that time in 2017.
Like,
I kind of knew I wanted to do it. Cause, you know, I would run that by y'all and be like, man, I want to do this, but I never knew like it was actually gonna happen until 2018 came. And at that time, I was just about to start working at Walmart. I got a job there, and I was like, I'm gonna just use this money to fund the brand.
Right. Okay.
So I had, at that point, I just had made a decision like, okay, cool. 2018, June 2018, I want to start the brand. June 2018 come, start the brand. It wasn't perfect, so you know, obviously it'll never be perfect.
Right.
But you know, it just allowed me to see like the room for improvement that we needed to make.
Right.
Not even a month. You know, I just started to realize like we need to be better with customer service. We need to be better with production. Like I'm just learning all of these things along the way. Yeah.
Right.
And so September 2018 come, and I just kind of felt like I was at the end of a road where I was just like, man, I don't really know if I want to do this because
in September.
In September 2018,
From June, I was about to say.
3 months later.
So you was in 3 months.
I was already like, man,
nigga, it's over.
Yeah, man,
it's over with.
Right.
Right.
I was just, you know, just because like not knowing like the value of having patience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And
so what was on your mind? Like, what was weighing on your mind? What was like what was
the fact that I knew we had great products, but it just wasn't selling because I didn't know nothing about marketing when I started this brand. Right. I didn't know anything about like having good customer service. I didn't know anything about believing in a team effort. You know, I just felt like, well, I'm gonna just try to do it myself because I don't think other people gonna take it as serious as me. So you know, I just had to learn all of that stuff along the way. Like you can't build this on your own. 2,
Thanks.
you got to have patience. 3, you know, you got to have great customer service to make a brand go and prolong. So, yeah, in September 2018, I feel like I was at rock bottom, you know. I just had to sit down with myself and just talk and just think it out, like, where am I going to go with this?
Yeah.
And 3 months go by. I shut the website down in September 2018.
Wow.
3 months go by. At this point, it's December and going into January 2019. January 2019, we just figured things out, like, you know, as far as, okay, if people like this product and the only reason why the sales aren't coming is because it's at a high-end price, what if we bring the price down?
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow, just like that.
It just figured it out, like, okay, cool. If
So
we bring
what
the
was
price
the
down,
price?
but we don't lose money. Man, I was paying like $18 a shirt
Wow.
for one shirt. Yeah.
So what were you selling?
I was selling at like 35, just to at least try to double. You know, that's not fully doubling my.
So at first, as it stands, Rich Royal started out with $35 a shirt.
35 a shirt.
Wow.
$35 a shirt.
So the first people was buying it, and so are the first people that you remember selling the $35 shirts. Are they still loyal? Are they still
buying?
Still buying
to this day. They like
wow.
Buying into the brand.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, they know who they are.
Shout out to y'all.
But it was just crazy because I was just like, man, I knew, like, with the split shirts, it had never been seen before.
I ain't never seen it.
Never been seen before. So I'm like, people always coming up to me about that particular shirt. I had a few different other designs. Like, I had maybe 12 or 13 other different designs.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't selling. So I'm like, what is it about this shirt that's selling the most?
Different.
Yeah. And so I figured it out, and I was like, okay, cool. I wonder if people would buy more if we brought the price down. So we brought the price down, and, like, bro, in that first day, I sold my first 100 shirts after reopening my website.
So, I do remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, I reopened it, and I hit the
remember
Instagram. I started learning about Instagram, the boost on Instagram.
Right,
I boosted it, and I sold my first 100 shirts in a day, and I was just like...
In a day?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the price point? What was the price point then?
At that point, it was 15.
15?
Yeah.
So you were paying 18. He starts out, you paying 18 a shirt.
Yeah.
Charging 35.
Yeah.
You revamp, you change, and you start selling the shirts for $15.
Yeah.
You getting them for whatever you were getting them for. But it's not the same as it was.
Yeah. And a lot of that came from, you know, just when you starting a brand, and I know it wasn't just me, because I hear people who have other brands and they tell me the same thing. Like, you know, they want the best quality, they want like the best printing method, and that a lot of that came from me just being like, I want this high end shirt, and I want this, I want embroidery on my shirt. Yeah. You know, embroidery lasts more than a screen print on a t-shirt. So, you know, just coming in with that mindset, I was already going about it the wrong way. Like, yeah, it's a good idea that you want high quality, but it's other ways to get great quality at a less costlier price point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, just changing my mindset from trying to be a luxury brand to a respected brand.
Oh, wow.
It just changed everything.
Wow. So how were you able to brand, like, how were you able to bring Rich Royal into such a household brand? Like, because to me it feels like it's growing as a household brand, definitely in your city, and definitely in the whole surrounding counties, and not to mention the different places that I've seen it way far off, and that's just no cap at all. But how did you grow to be like such a household brand so quick?
Social media ads, bro. Like, everything we've done is been off of social media advertising.
Wow.
Yeah, like Instagram,
social media
Facebook
advertising,
and then influencer marketing too. Like,
so talk about influencer marketing. I actually heard of that. I've heard of that before, but what exactly is that? Like,
it's basically because it works out in a few different ways. Like, you know, you can the best way that I've seen it work for us is paying a platform such as like the Shade Room or the homie to the Spiritual Word. They Spiritual Word and Hollywood Unlocked, like paying blog sites such as them where people trust this, this platform because they looking into it every day. So you paying these platforms to promote your brand. It's being seen by people all around the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, instantly at that point you hit kind of domestic, but that wasn't even my concept in the beginning. In the beginning, it was just getting out in front of the people every day.
Just every day.
Yeah, like
on social media every day.
Yeah, because I realized it early on in the beginning that it wasn't just gonna go to the level that I wanted it to go to just by trying to post up on Instagram and hashtag and having my friends repost it on their page. It wasn't working like that. So like I started hitting these college campuses such as like Clark, Atlanta.
Wow.
FAMU.
Okay.
Spelman.
Right.
Where they have
I do
market
remember
days.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Where they have those market days, they let you come and set up on their campus. So anybody with a brand can go out there, and I would highly advise it. But anybody watching right now know that we're currently in COVID-19 times, so that pretty much ain't going on. But
when it was,
when it was.
So you telling me?
It changed my life.
Hey,
it changed my life.
Another gem has been dropped here.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that they have a day on what is it, HBCUs or every college?
Yeah. No, I think it's more of a HBCU type of thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they have market day or marketing day or market day
specifically for that purpose, where people with a brand or people who just trying to sell something just to get out there, because they let restaurants, all that stuff, bro. They all come out there and advertise, sell their product. And at that same time, you networking. Like you networking with so many other brands and so many other people who doing different stuff that you never even knew about. Like, it's a great marketing experience.
Right. So that was a way. That was one of the ways that you were able to make Rich Royal a household brand. You would say definitely.
Definitely.
Influencer marketing, obviously getting out there and guerrilla marketing and basically getting out there in the nitty gritty in the streets and let people be able to touch you. That's what people gotta understand. If you have a brand and if you have a business, you need to be accessible. Why do you have an IG and it's locked? People be have like locked or crazy. That's crazy. The craziest thing. Like if you have a brand at this point, you need to be accessible.
Right.
Most definitely need to be accessible. So how is that? Like, okay, first of all, accessible and not accessible, that's one thing. But when your peers and your friends begin to see you, or like when you be in public, if you will, how people treat you, like how's the reaction now?
It's different now because like people, some people I've had people like freak out.
Like go crazy, like oh my god!
And I'm standing there like I'm just a normal, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but now and then you have people that like, bro, I've gotten so much free stuff just out of public. Like I go to a public restaurant, they're like, oh, you Rich Roy, you got your,
you Rich Roy, man, I got some, man. I know the girls be like, let me come out this room. I know you ain't. Cause that's another, man, that makes me want to talk about it. The Rich Royal models. Oh my God.
Oh man.
What in the world? What's this? Everybody shut up. Listen. I've been wanting my last one of the Rich Royal models for like ever since the first photo shoot. Just want to let y'all know that. But I want y'all in a good way. I want y'all to be my friend. And call me.
Yeah.
Whenever. But so how do you know all these fine females? And how do you go about getting them to model your apparel?
Most of the time it's like some people they'll come to me about it, like the models.
Right.
Just for building a portfolio for themselves.
Right.
So it kind of helps both of us out. So it's and then sometimes it's like a casting call. We'll make a post saying, "Hey, we looking for models," and people will come out and that's pretty much how we got all of our models.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if I don't know if I should name no names, but that first photo shoot you done. And that second photo shoot you done. I know the girl name, but I ain't, cause she might be married and everything else. Man. I need a weigh-in towel. Oh man, I begin to sweat. I have begun to trickle.
Oh man.
A trickle has become my nickel.
Oh man.
Oh man. Hey, the heat come from the dang on Rich Royal model. Hey, you know how they got wildin' out girls?
Yeah.
You got Rich Royal models. Straight up. If you have never been a Rich Royal model, don't talk to me no more. Like, my next girlfriend has have to have been modeled for Rich Royal, or else
she ain't loyal.
Or she ain't loyal. Oh, did you just come up with something on here, or was that already the slogan?
Nah.
That was it.
Nah.
You just come up with something?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Right here you heard it first on the weigh-in. If she ain't with Rich Royal,
she ain't loyal.
She ain't loyal. And for that, we're going to definitely segue on in and see what can you let the folks, let people know what this is?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
This is actually our midnight split tea.
No, this is actually a gift to me. Definitely. I'm playing. Here we go.
This is called our midnight tea. It's actually the number 2 in our system. On top of this is the Thriller tea, which is red and black.
Wow.
But this is maybe the 3rd release we've done.
3rd release.
And it's still around to this day as the top seller.
Top seller. One of the top sellers, or the top seller?
One of the top sellers.
One of the top sellers. So what's the top seller?
The Thriller tea. It's
and that's the red and black.
Mm-hmm.
The Thriller, that's always gonna be like the one of the first ones that I remember people just going crazy. Matter of fact, and being honest, the Thriller tee is the one that I saw at Revolt conference. I think I called you.
Mm-hmm.
I called you. I was like, nigga.
You was going crazy. You was
I was like, nigga, this nigga's out here with Rich Royal on. Yo, I'm serious. I'm not capping. I called this man. I didn't want to do it again because he was like, man, chill, bro. Like, this what God wanted. I'm like, God, who, where? Like, right now, he wanted you to be everywhere. All right. But, man, look, I'm at, like, so first of all, I like to go to these big music conferences and all these big old gala events across the U.S. And I happened to go to a music conference in Atlanta, P. Diddy's music conference. It's called the Revolt Conference. If you've never been, definitely go. But, yeah, I go there. And Rich Royal is in the house, and it's the Thriller tee. It's the red and black, and I spotted it from so far away. I was like, "Oh hell no!" Like I know I ain't just see it. And I walk up, I done walk up on the shouty. I said, "Where you get that shirt from?" or something. I don't know. I probably said something, but I said something too. I mentioned something too. I can't remember what it was, but it was something crazy. And I wanted to say I knew you, but I didn't. I remember, like, firmly not saying I knew you, but I was just like asking questions as to like, where did you get this from or something like that, right? I can't really remember what she said at the time, but I know I called you. I was like, nigga, Rich Roy is all out here at P. Diddy freaking conference. Right. You know what I'm saying? So big ups to that right there, man. Big ups to that, being at Diddy's conference, and it was unfortunately not on me. It was not on me.
Yeah, man. Come on. What's yours on?
Nah. Yeah, I was tripping. If you're not with Rich Royal, you're not loyal.
You heard it first.
And so now, I'm here. I have my Rich Royal. Let me tell y'all one story. Let me tell y'all the story about Rich Royal. I'm not gonna go. Should I go all the way?
Go all the way.
Oh man, I wouldn't go all the way.
Weigh in.
Wait! Oh man! So I'm gonna tell the short version, but because we're gonna definitely have him back several times, and we ain't on no time constraint because we on our time. You feel me? We both entrepreneurs. We work for ourselves. You hear me? So, but I'm gonna just tell y'all something. All right, I met this gentleman in about like 2017, like you said, studio. Alma, you feel me? And at the time, I ain't know you, but I could tell you my true, honest first evaluation of you. It was like, damn, I ain't never seen nobody like really into business and really into pinpointing stuff like that besides myself. I had never seen nobody like all the way in it like you besides me. I was like, that was enough. That was enough for me to just like, I like, okay, this is somebody, you know, relax. And then push come to shove, you know, I don't want to say what I thought or what I know. I can't say, but what I seen, I can say that, like you said, we was in the slums at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the slums, in the trenches, still is. So, you know, IRS, when y'all want to send my income type check, you know, that'd be cool. But anyway, for real, them niggas ain't sent my stuff yet.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so no, at that time, to me, it seems, and like I said, I don't want to, you got to be careful how you tell the story because I may be wrong. But it just, to me, it seemed like you was being slept on. People, it was unfair advantages.
Right.
It was all kind of like scrutiny, all kind of little, you know what I'm saying, little BS that I just didn't like. Right. I don't really want to go too far in details, but you know, it just wasn't the best conditions. You feel me?
Most definitely.
To me personally, I don't care about if anybody was to see this and get offended. You know, I love that. But to me, I just didn't like how the position the potential you had versus how it was being respected at the time. I never liked it that. And I liked it. I loved it when you told me one day, you was like, I'm gonna do a clothing line. And I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Of all people, everybody, this man was like, you know, in the cut, chilling, you know, tired, sweating, you know, hungry, thirsty, starving, pain, desperado. And he tell me this with no money in his pocket.
Right.
I might start a clothing line. And he shows me like a couple like traces and ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember how definitive he was. I remember he said, he was like, I'm gonna do it like this. And I might have made a suggestion. I don't remember what the heck it was, but it was some suggestion. He's like, no, I'm gonna do it just like this and just like this.
Yeah,
and
yeah. I remember that.
I remember that. I don't remember.
It was like early in the morning too. I was
yes,
like,
exactly.
Bro, you need to go back to sleep.
Yeah, me and him really bumped heads that day. We sort of kind of was like, no, nigga.
Right.
You stay on that side of the trailer, I'm on this side. I know I just told you something fire. And he was like, nah, nigga, it's going to be like this. It's rich royal. It's going to split. And it's going to go color. And I did not believe in it, but I just did not understand what he was saying. But I never told him nothing less than, you know, subpar. And it wasn't even, I say, it wasn't long after that I seen my first Rich Royal piece. And I was like, whoa. He told me when he was dead broke, when he ain't have $1 in his hand.
Right.
He ain't had $1 in his hand. He told me he was gonna do his thing. He told me what he was. He didn't, and he wasn't. And you, I say this, you wasn't like tripping out. You wasn't like, but you let me know, like, nigga, this is how we're gonna do it. This is how it's gonna roll out.
Yeah.
And this is what it is. What I'm saying today is, I like the definitiveness of purpose. You got to be definitive. Like, once you know what you want to do and you see your vision, you got to run after. And I must say, man, I appreciate you for doing that. And I always tell you all the time, like, seeing you when you did that, like, and you made that move, that gave a lot of people hope, man. Real talk. Man. That gave a lot of people hope, you know. Fair. And like, and I can just say that's just, you know, not from my city, not even just from the 912, but from all over. So we definitely appreciate you for what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Like, just knowing in my head, you know, like, this is kind of like the thing I see. I want to do it like this. You know, and being open to people with their suggestions.
Right,
because I still, to this day, I get people coming up to me every day, like, man, you should do this color, you should do that, or you should do this. And it's like, I'll take that and I'll listen to it, and I might sample it or something like that, but I won't put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Right. I might sit on it because it's like, in this generation, bro, everything is happening so fast where it's like, it's a new trend every day.
Right.
So
you're right about that.
With me just having so many samples, I got hundreds of samples that's never been seen.
Different stuff.
Not even just like split shirts, but like different items, like this
camo,
or
man,
I got some camo.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Okay.
I'm putting it out on Veterans Day, but yeah,
I might get the if we're lucky to weigh in. Hey, weigh in, gentlemen and ladies. If we're lucky, we may get some apparel before everybody else, or at the same time, or but hopefully before everybody else, because I want to be like, you know, when it hit 12 o'clock, I be done posting my dang on, you know, pictures. You know, I done posted mine, and I'm gonna make sure the date was like 4 days ago, so y'all can be like,
And then, like you said, being accessible, you know, having that aspect of it, that I don't think people realize it, but like that actually helps you in a brand where people feel like they connected with you and they're a part of something. Right. Because especially when on Instagram, we do a lot of things where it's like, this is something we're working on. What y'all think, or what should we do different, or how should we go about this? Sometimes we kind of know the reaction we're looking for, but sometimes people will come with ideas that we never even thought about, and they'll be like, oh, wow, this made that go from this to that. Right. You know? That so quick. Just being open to hearing what people got to say and not just thinking, nah, I've been doing this for 2 years, I know it all. Like, you ain't supposed to feel that way.
Is there a certain way that people could leave a suggestion? Is there a certain website or what's the regular protocol?
Direct messages. Right. Just hit me on the Instagram because I run the Instagram account. So Instagram is probably one of the best ways because in the emails it's more about like customer service. Right. And stuff like that. Okay. So I got a question. Like, we talked about influencer marketing, which is basically getting big brands to, you know, give you a shout out in some type of fashion. But what are the other ways of marketing that you do on social media? Facebook and Instagram ads. Facebook and Instagram ads. I can't express it. It changed my life. Just learning it, and still to this day, still learning it. Learning about
algorithms and
like
what kind of stuff.
Creating new content and seeing like what kind of audience like with certain type of stuff and stuff like that. Like just filtering out what I need to show to who. Right. You know, wow. Yeah, because it don't make sense to show, you know, a Coca-Cola product to someone who's has all the interest in the world in Pepsi. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like. Yeah, like just figuring out that system and how that works, and just running those ads, man. Like it's changed everything because I thought just a year ago, if you would have told me this or asked me if I knew anything about this, I would have been like, nah, we good. Like we doing good. Wow. But it's
so last year you were not doing any no social ads, you were nowhere.
No type of ads. Just posting on Instagram and going to these college campuses and doing the pop-ups at little events and stuff like that. And so that was it.
So what's your ROI? What do you see in your profits on when you make a certain investment, if you will, into it? What do the numbers sort of kind of look like?
We're gonna leave that out.
Leave that out.
Yeah,
okay.
We're gonna leave that out.
Okay. But for a successful marketing campaign, one should definitely be consistent, would you say, or put more money in it? You would say
I would say just being more transparent than anything because it don't make sense to put more money into it if you're not seeing the results. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because you can start with a low budget like $100, right? And if out of that 100 you can't hit like 7 to 10 ROAS, it's like it don't make sense to try to put $300 into it. because then you're just gonna waste more money.
Right. So what's ROAS?
ROAS is return on ad spent.
Right. Return on ad.
So
spent.
like out of $100, you want to try to make like 700.
And so how is it? So how is that spelled? ROAS. Okay.
Return on ad spent.
All right. Return on. Wow.
Yeah.
So now we learning. I'm learning.
Yeah.
I've never heard ROAS. I've heard of BOAS, and I had a girl who was a HOAS. Oh, hey, come on.
Man.
Oh, she didn't even know I was going. Hey, baby. Hey, how you doing, girlfriend? But anyway.
Oh man.
But no, I've never heard of that. So return on ad spent.
Yep.
Wow, I just learned something new today. Actually, let's call Google and let's get some ads.
Yeah.
You know, I know something new.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So now you got your marketing and all this and that. You've become a brand that's respectable and a household name. Do you lose any creativity?
Ooh. Yeah and no.
And no, right?
Yeah and no. I say yeah because sometimes, you know, when going back to what I was saying about being accessible, about getting value in people's opinions, it can be a thing where people feel like, you know, especially like my team, we'll come together and we're like, okay, I like this.
Right.
I don't like that.
Right.
And then it's like, are you know, like, if you critiquing someone in a way where you don't feel like nothing they're saying is just like important or nothing they're saying is just valuable, then it's like you kind of die them out because they feel like, well, you don't value my opinion, so I'm gonna stay away from it.
Oh wow.
So, yeah,
so
like,
has that happened?
Yeah, that's happened.
A lot.
That's happened, yeah.
Oh,
not a lot, but it's happened. It's happened.
So people be trying to give you ideas, and it's just not that.
Yeah, it's not that you don't value it, but it's just like
vision.
Yeah, like, and then so I don't want you.
And people get personal sometimes, like
exactly.
So that's happened in the whole town.
Yeah.
So people like, okay, so they ain't gonna do the Trojan. They ain't gonna. So did somebody have to tell you, or did anybody recommend that, or you was already on that?
Yeah, I think someone recommended it.
Somebody recommended the colors, or just somebody recommended the colors.
I want to say it was the colors. Yeah, I want to say it was the colors. They recommended the color, and I just wasn't a fan of it because it's not like the idea wasn't a great idea. It was just I know my demographic, and I know that they wouldn't take something like what they were trying to offer. You know?
Right. So what do you mean what they was trying to offer? Like
the idea that they ran. Like it was a great idea. You know, if I had that type of demographic that I knew it would fit for,
right, it
would have been a great idea. Right. But just considering the fact that like my audience is more like teenage, young adult style,
right, they
just wouldn't sit well with something like what they were telling me to do.
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, so the Trojan
not the Trojan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that was we actually done that for the high school.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically that's what I wanted to hit on. When somebody gave you that when you did that, did somebody give that to you as an idea, or you just came up with that?
Yeah,
so
my boy Majay. Yeah, Majay, he and he actually has a brand now called Superior. But shout out to him.
Shout out to Majay.
He came to me one day, he was like, bro, we got this idea. You need to come to the high school, make a shirt, everybody gonna wear it. And I'm like, I don't really know about that.
So when does he give you this idea? Is
this was May 2019.
Early on.
Yeah, maybe the end of April 2019. But
you was already rolling.
Yeah, like we was already, like the brand had just, you know, like I said, January 2019 we had just started revamping the brand.
Right.
So come April, rewind a little bit. February we caught a buzz at the high school when Valentine's hit, and everyone at the high school.
I do remember that.
Yeah, everyone was reposting that all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like everyone at the high school kind of knew who we were at that point. But he came to me at like the end of April and he was like, bro, we graduating this year. Nobody ever done it. Your class didn't get to do it because you ain't had the brand then. But what if you did a Rich Roy Day at the high school? I'm like,
wow.
I'm thinking about it. No, I wasn't.
No, I was about to say you was out. Yeah, right. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, and he was a senior, and he's someone like he's kind of like an intern to me at that time. So he's just like, you should do this, and I'm like, all right, let me think on it. And like the next day, he called me. He like, bro, I done dropped this in the group chat. Like they whole senior class. Well, not everybody, but majority of them who hung out together. Mm-hmm. He dropped it in the group chat. Like, man, what y'all think we done a rich one day? Literally, he was showing me all the messages. Like people were like, bro, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. Wow. And I didn't know it had the potential to do that because I was just like, okay, cool. You know, let's just do it. But man, we did that. And like our brand awareness went from like here to here.
Like just that quick.
That fast. We got a news report, Spotlight Award in the community.
Wow.
News, yeah, like all of that. Like press was crazy.
That leads me to, I told you, people gonna be like, this fool's crazy. But I'm subscribed to WTLC on YouTube.
Oh, so you caught it firsthand.
So it came on, it was like, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
This just in. I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is my partner. And he's on TV. And he's at a warehouse. And I know him. Can I borrow $5? That's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, I know I'm good for my $5 now when I see him. The boy's on TV. So,
yeah. But
real talk, they had put that out there, and for me to see you in the community, I can't remember where I was. I might have was in Michigan. I have no idea. Like I be all over the U.S. and working with nuclear power plants, but I'm done with that to do my dream. Yes. But anyway,
congratulations.
Appreciate it, man. It came for a long time coming down. Yeah. You look funny right now, oh man. Look at the front of the boy. It met with you, it met. But anyway, it took a long time, but I done been all over and I can't remember where I was at though, but I think I want to say Chicago. I don't know, man. I say wherever. I say dang on Lansing, Michigan. I've never been there, but anyway. And I seen the press and the coverage on that, and that excited me. And I may have slid up or may have inboxed you then, but I don't know. So. Then I told you I feel like you did. I got another win. Like I was like, bro, you just gave me another win. Like I was down for the count at the time. Like it's been a lot of times I've been down for the count. It's like I be like, man, I ain't about to do this no more, whatever, and all this and that. And then I remember my purpose, and when you know your purpose, it's like pretty much can't nothing stop you. Right. Can't nothing get in the way of what you got to do if you want to accomplish your purpose. If you want to like achieve your goals, then nothing to get in your way. And that's I guess the story of the WeighIn. Basically, the triumph stories are here. I feel like the celebrities that are in Atlanta and this and that, they started somewhere. Right, yeah. Everybody want to get them when they platinum and they, all this and that. But the WeighIn, we get you, before that. And not to say you ain't that. You are that now. You platinum and you done, did all this now. But you just got to go get the achievements. You feel me? I always say that, like, I say, like, and I just think like this. I already, I'm already a Nobel Peace Prize winner. I'm already a Oscar winner, Grammy winner. I just gotta go pick it up. Yeah, you just gotta go pick it up. And that's just how it be. Like, don't ever think that you ain't who you are. Right. You just gotta go do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what that is.